So the other day, I managed to nuke a cheater. This is someone I did lose a lot of games to on stream. Lost about 6 games to the guy, and this man was sauced up. I'm speaking, he was shooting you cross map with the KSV, through walls and everything, and also hitting with minimal precision headshots through smoke with no thermal. But the fact that I nuked a cheater is the craziest thing ever. I'm a little mad that the audio did mess up, so we're going to do a little bit of a commentary on top of it. But honestly, it was a pretty cool moment. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Alright, so here goes some of the clips that I got from the cheater. So I'm pushing left side mid. Granted, look, he killed 2, 3, 4 people through the wall right there. 4 people. Alright, so here's the gameplay of me nuking him, right? I had enough. I got my heart up. If you know about the spawn trap, it's very easy to set up, but you got to understand like your placement. And you see the compass at the top of my screen with the red diamonds? I'm just lining up with those. Like as you can see, like I'm shooting through walls, lining up with those. Like I'm not even looking at my mini map right here. I'm literally just snapping at the diamonds, dude. It's crazy, bro. So yeah, I'm on this streak, right? I'm cooking, bro. I've had enough. And it was this guy named Hiroshima, bro. First prestige level 40 something. I was losing my mind against this guy, dude. Literally, like, he was bugging me so badly. So we're right here, right? We're cooking. We're on the second floor. You know, I did my stuff all minimal. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I did this right here, bro. This is all me. So I'm cooking. Like, I'm smacking this guy through the wall and everything. Like, this guy, like, it's like I went full blatant type stuff, dude. So we're on 21, and this hacker is fried. I mean, we got literal streaks up in the air. Like, we got everything, dude. Like, teammate got some chopper whopper, bro. It's going crazy, bro. So, you know, I'm sitting here getting, you know, my kills and stuff and, you know, killed Hiroshima again, level 43, prestige 1. And this guy had an ego like a crazy person, dude. And he was also in a full party. So, there he goes. He disconnected. He left the game because he was getting cooked, bro. And, like, I literally nuked a cheater. And it's crazy because, like, this guy beat us 6 games in a row. And I was getting fried. And the fact of the matter is that I nuked a cheater, bro, in Call of Duty. It's crazy. I'm mad that the audio did mess up on this because it was solid, man. But it was all crackly and staticky and I don't know. But this is how you know you're playing against a cheater. I'll break it down for you guys. And I'm sorry for the quick ramble, but dude, like this type of stuff right here just hypes me up, man. It gets me yapping. So here's another clip of me playing against guys. Smokes up and everything. How did he see me through the smoke? Full headshot right there, right? And then he shoots me through the smoke again right here, right? Oh no, well, teammate killed me right there. But I throw a smoke right here in garage. He got no read, right? He has a Tanto. Right through the smoke again. Like, this guy was so sauced. He almost nuked us right here in the beginning of the game. He got, like, on a 17, I believe, and then he died. Right there, he was on a 13. Look at that. Just cooking, bro. Of course he was and I got teammates. And this right here's confirmation of me getting the guy banned. Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. I see it.
That's the gameplay. I mean, it was a really quick gameplay. I rambled a lot. I do apologize. But I just figured I had to share this with you guys. I love you guys. But this is how you know you're going to be playing against a cheater, right? They could be any level, right? On any type of account that they're playing on. Low level. A lot of the times, the cheaters are going to be on new accounts. So if you see like a level 55, 40-something, 30-something, or even first, second, third prestige, you know, player doing these crazy things, right? That typically a higher prestige type of player would be doing. Either they're on an alt account or they're cheating. Right? That right there is a dead giveaway. But also their platform that they're playing on. If they're on Battle.net, Steam, or Xbox Game Pass, that's also another red flag. Of course, you can get cheats on console. It can happen. But the risk on console is way higher than PC. You get banned on console, your console gets banned. Like, you get hardware banned, and you can't get rid of it. That console's cooked. Now, getting back to the main concept of this video, how do you know if you're actually playing against a cheater or someone with really good knowledge? So, there are going to be people. And I'm going to use myself as an example because I tend to go into private matches and figure out spawn manipulation, spawn locations, wall bangs, what kill streaks block spawns, for how long, how to manipulate spawns by positioning and rotating around them within the spawn point. Now, there are going to be people you play against that are really good due to the knowledge that they have. Now, that does not always mean that they are a cheater. But, and I will say but, there are some cheaters that are blatant. Now, this is how you know you're playing against a cheater. First and foremost, if they're not in their spawn to where they can get a recon read on you, they are most likely walling. But that does not always mean they're walling, though. They probably had a live ping or a call out. Now, if they did not have a live ping, such as a UAV, advanced UAV, or a live ping on your character, there's a chance that they can predict which way you're going if you did previously kill them in the game. Now, if you did not kill them and, they're shooting you around the corner and they're getting a headshot on you, right, there's a really big, really big red flag. Headshots. A lot of the times, if you're pressing the player really hard, they tend to go a little bit more blatant simply because they're losing and their cheats really ain't helping them. Over the past week, this week right here, I've played against 4 cheaters. 3 of them I've gotten banned. One of them has slipped through the crack, unfortunately. One of them, every time they went to go get in a gunfight, they would stop before, like they would be running, but they would stop before you would even turn a corner. That right there is a dead giveaway. Nobody plays like that. Nobody stops moving and then engages in a gunfight with 0 reads on the map, such as pings, UAV, or anything. They could be sound whoring, don't get me wrong, that is a thing within the game, but if you're using Ninja, Ghost, and Cold-Blooded, and you are getting killed by someone literally stopping before you even turn a corner or pre-firing you before you turn a corner, they are 9 times out of 10 hacking. Now, granted, there are times when someone's in a flow state and they're going crazy and they can literally predict off of teammate placement and player psychology. I do that all the time. That happens. But in reality, if the account's a low level, if they're hitting you with consistent headshots, like I'm speaking like frying you and your team with headshots, right? Watch the kill cams if you watch the kill cam. If you see like snapping or like tracing through the wall, that's sus. But if you got a harp up, now this is the biggest giveaway right here, right? Not every player is going to trace you through a wall. Not every player. There are some players, I will admit, I do this sometimes too, where I trace red dots through the wall on my compass. That's how I get a lot of the really sus clips I get, literally just looking at my compass and staying ping level and understanding like angles and stuff. But a lot of these cheaters, literally, if they're like really in the zone and they're sauce, dude, they will trace you through the wall. And that right there puts the icing on the cake. And all you got to keep on saying within the game, he's cheating, to where the AI catches on to it, but also use, spam remote reports. Because bulk reporting from a team of the person that is actually cheating will in fact get that account banned, unfortunately. It will take some time, but that account will get banned. So those are the ways in which you can tell a player is actually cheating. Now, don't get me wrong. There are going to be some crazy plays people do to where they're like locked in. It happens to everybody. Good players, bad players, you just get this random flow state and you're just going crazy. It happens all the time. But if some player that you're playing against is consistently doing these things, they're most likely cheating. Now, I've had a lot of allegations about myself, but honestly, all I use is my minimap and compass. And I just do pings to understand, positioning and spawn, manipulation to where I can aim at a certain spawn point. And then I look at environment, such as places around the map which I can aim at or angles I can hold to get potential spawn kills. That's how I play as a player, and that's how I've always played, And I'm more than happy to teach any player that wants to know how to increase their map knowledge and everything and make you really good. And honestly, it's unfortunate that Call of Duty is going through this really crazy phase of cheaters. Just not even a moment ago, they got rid of another cheat provider, and as soon as they get rid of one, another one comes out that is undetected, and that's what's happening right now. There's a lot of undetection, and these cheaters are just running rampant. I mean, I've ran into a bunch of them already. They're all terrible at the game, and they got some crazy egos. And another thing, if you start calling them out on their cheats, and you know for a fact they're actually cheating, and you've done your analysis, and you didn't just assume that they were cheating, but like there's people with really good map knowledge, one thing I would recommend is that you just don't report out of spite. Yeah, you may die in a few sus ways, and you're like, oh, he's cheating. Not necessarily. You see, coming from my perspective, I've been falsely shadow banned 21 times on this game, to where I've played against a lot of people, big clans, friends, who you name it. And I do some crazy stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. I do some stupid stuff, right? But I do this stuff because I practice, right? And it just comes down to practice. You load into a new map, you understand the spawns, understand manipulation, then you start understanding placement, right? Start understanding player psychology, teammate placement, teammate spawns. Do all this tenfold, right? Understanding kill streaks and all that. But please don't report out of spite, because you will falsely shadow ban some people. And I'm a victim of it. I mean, I'm not even saying that, just saying it. I'm literally a victim of false shadow bans. And it's unfortunate because I literally got to buy a new copy of the game, which I'm not buying no more copies of the game. The game's cooked, bro. I love Call of Duty, and I'm not going to let a salty player ruin it for me, but holy, bro, I'm $500 in debt buying copies of Black Ops 6 strictly because I'm addicted to this game. And if I'm nuking cheaters, bro, knowing I don't cheat, that's a sign that you can nuke cheaters too. And it's easy. You see, cheaters with their aimbot ain't always going to work through every wall. So if you can set up a spawn trap like how I did in this video on this, the clip, do that to them, bro, and cook them. Send them into a time frame of unfamiliar responses, bro. Have them trip, make them leave, bro. Make them second guess cheating. But that's what I'd recommend. Please do not falsely report. If they were hitting you with some crazy stuff, you know, stuff that nobody's really hitting you with, and like, you know, they're stopping before gunfights and stuff, you know, there's a chance that they're cheating. And if you call them out for it and they project, right, and they start having an ego and being weird, they most likely are cheating. And if they start saying you're cheating, buddy, you got them. Just hit them with a report and let the anti-cheat do its thing. But also, if they leave the game before it ends, they're cheating too. Just saying. But yeah, that's going to be the video. Really hope some of this knowledge did help a lot of you guys, because it's stuff that I've learned over the years, and it's just unfortunate. And I just don't really look at cheaters like that. You know, I practice a lot in private match, I practice in pubs, and I practice learning spawns, and I recommend you doing the same thing. Learning spawns, rotations, player manipulation, player psychology, understanding teammate placement, map placement, pings, audio, you know, understanding, you know, footsteps. You know, there's a whole football field of things and planner, you know, movements and objectives and many things you could do, but slowly learning these aspects can in fact make you a really great player. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I really do appreciate you tuning in. It's been Sweaty. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a really good day today. Thank you guys for tuning by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody. SweatyMop.
Call of Duty boss to swing the mop and get sweaty. Mount the rifle on the ledge, hit you with the heady. Got you in a spawn trap, melt you like jelly.
SweatyMop.
7